You know, when I worked with Harrison 30-something years ago, he was already a huge movie star.
Right.
You know, he'd already done Han Solo. It was like this, you know, he was there and I was like down there. Not that he ever treated me that way, incidentally. He was always very gracious. But, you know, it was a very unequal sort of thing. But the minute I got back with Harrison, it was more on an equal partnership. Not, I'll never be on the same level as Harrison ever, but, you know, at least I'd climbed up a little bit.
You're Dame Helen Mirren.
I'm Dame Helen Mirren.
You're Dame Helen Mirren,
yeah. And it was just this immediate connection. It was very extraordinary, and I feel it shows on the screen. You know, there is this sort of natural ease we have with each other.
Did you feel that easiness too?
Yes, I did, actually. She's a practical person. She's a down-to-earth person. She's very, very smart, very astute, and she knows her craft.
So you basically got Indiana Jones and the Queen married and fighting bad guys in 1923's Yellowstone prequel. Yeah, sign us up.
This is the Yellowstone, and you have no rights here.
How would you describe the marriage between Cara and Jacob Dutton?
Well, you know, it's a partnership, isn't it? I call him, I say we've lost our leader, you know, and he is the leader of the family. I may be the boss, but he's the leader, you know. But it's a partnership, and it's an equal partnership. And I know from my being with my husband, we've been married now for, I've completely forgotten how long we've been married for, but you know, quite a long time.
That's when you know it's a long
Yeah,
time,
exactly,
when you can't remember how many years it's been.
But you know, it becomes a partnership, a partnership with love, but a partnership, and that's very much where you know, marriage can be a long process, and it has many phases that it goes through. But if you manage to, you know, stay together through love, you know, you come to this very beautiful place where it is this equal partnership, and I think that's where Cara and Jacob are.
You have a long-term partnership as well with your beautiful wife, so was that able to translate for you and help you in this dynamic?
Well, I suppose it helps, but I found working with Helen to be extraordinarily easy, simple, straightforward. There's no fussiness about her.
Men kill quick with a bullet or a noose, but their fight is with me.
What is one thing that you would like people to take away from their relationship as they watch the series?
That Cara supplies a great deal of Jacob's strength.
Because behind every good man is an even better woman, right?
I couldn't have said it better. That's certainly the case in mine.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't consider myself a great man. But I do have a great wife as well.
Would you believe Harrison tried on 75 different hats just to find the perfect fit? His character, Jacob Dutton, is the brother of Tim McGraw's character from 1883. And fans can expect plenty of drama when the series drops Sunday on Paramount+.
Tell the world what happens when they cross me.
Of course, the Dutton family is fighting over land and power, but this time they're also faced with pandemics, drought, the Great Depression, and the end of Prohibition.
The quality of the storytelling, the quality of the script, a character who I found interesting and complex. There was a special kind of ambition and energy in this project, and I was attracted to that.
What was the toughest part about taking on the role of the matriarch of the Dutton family in 1923?
Well, nothing was hard, actually. Nothing was hard. The thing that might have been hard, which would be to sort of really deeply understand the roots and the struggle of this character, would have been difficult if we were shooting it in a studio in Los Angeles. But we're not. We're shooting it on mountains in Montana, and all I have to do is stand there on that mountain in minus 25-degree chill factor, really cold, and understand what, you know, where the absolute roots of these characters come from. They come from the land.
What's next on the bucket list for you?
Bucket list. Oh, I'm not visiting the bucket list. I'm still actively working, and I've got a comedy series coming out on streaming on Apple that I'm very happy with, proud of. I've got a Marvel coming up.
When will you know it's time to step away from the bright lights of Hollywood? We don't want you to, but when will you know?
I step in and out all the time. You know, I have times when I don't want to work very much, and there are times when I'm ambitious to get out there and work. This is one of those.
And let us introduce you to the stars playing the rest of the Dutton family. James Badgedale, Marley Shelton, and Darren Mann.
Either we take this fight to them, or it's coming to us.
Y'all look like you are in L-O-V-E. I mean, how fun are those scenes to shoot together where he's holding you up in the air and you're running to him like he's the only man you've ever seen? Like, it's so precious.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little notebook fantasy, like when you're watching that.
You know, you always hope that you're gonna click well with whoever is your romantic partner.
Right.
But thankfully we knew each other and we were still friends.
You attack my family. It's gonna be the last thing you ever do.
Now, your overall experience with Helen and Harrison, how would you describe it?
Dream come true. You know, I grew up idolizing these people. We know they're amazing actors, but getting to know them has been so special. They're such great people, and they set such a great tone for us from day one.
This particular show is super unique. One reason is just the group of people that Taylor Sheridan assembled. You know, he really cast wonderful human beings as well as amazing actors. But also, but he also, right out of the gate, he had us go to this cowboy camp for 2 weeks. Yep. And we got to just immerse ourselves immediately in ranch life.
I had the time of my life at cowboy camp, and it was a very bonding experience because it was all of the cast who none of us really knew how to ride a horse, minus a few. And we were sore.
So sore. Oh my God. My groin wanted to walk out of that.
Yeah, we were all dying inside.
Yeah, but when you suffer together, I think it creates an amazing bond together.
I said right at the beginning to Taylor, I don't ride. I can't ride. I've fallen off a horse many times. And I'm not afraid of being on a horse, but I don't know how to ride a horse. So he said, don't worry, we'll put you in a buggy. So I got to learn how to guide a buggy. And that was great. A bit like learning to drive a car, really, in a way.
Did you gain any new skills when it comes to working with the horses?
I certainly hope I did. You know, I've owned horses over the years, and I have a home in Wyoming. You always pick up a few things from new people.
There was some saddle sore situations happening for sure. Also, he only
That's
came.
because you're riding like
he only came for a
3,000 miles
week.
an hour. Have you ever seen her like drive cattle? It's unbelievable. Like
Not yet.
No,
Yeah,
Martha-
You haven't seen me drive cattle.
So you know they're teaching you how to ride, and eventually they bring out the cattle, and they're like, okay, now you're gonna herd cattle. Amari's like, I got this, and she just comes in there, and it was unbelievable to see this transition, and
I found my passion.